Hello, Wedding Wanderers. My name is Assumpta, and welcome to Ave Creations TV, a home for busy professionals and entrepreneurs who want to plan a timeless, sophisticated, and unforgettable wedding celebration or special event. Welcome, welcome, welcome. In today's video, I'm sharing with you 7 things not to say to somebody who has had to postpone their wedding. Stay tuned if you want to know what those are. So today's video was inspired by a post I saw on a friend's Instagram. She asked her followers the question of what people had been saying to them. People, guests, I guess, friends, family, guests, have been saying to couples who've had to postpone their wedding. I'll be honest, this is something I had been thinking about, but nothing super deeply based on things I had heard that others had said. But reading my friend, her name is Abby Abimbola of The Bride's Helper, reading her story, it made me a little bit shocked and upset for couples who are having to deal with not only postponing their weddings, but other people's questions on top of it. So I thought I would share with you some things not to say, so it puts at the forefront of your mind and you think before you speak when talking to friends and family who have had to postpone a wedding. So here we go. Number 1, it's a sign. Are you sure you want to get married? What kind of question is that? Like, are you serious? So does that mean that if you miss a bus or a train going to work, you're not going to go to work anymore? No, you'd get the next one. And I know it probably sounds like a really weird analogy, and missing a bus to go to work is perhaps not as big or foreseeable as a global pandemic, which then means you have to postpone your wedding. But just think about that for a second. Why would you say this to somebody that, oh, maybe it's a sign from God or the universe or the unicorn down the road telling you that you shouldn't have your wedding anymore? That's ludicrous. Don't do it. It's not funny. Okay? Number 2, all of that planning and all of that preparation, all that counting down, only for it to be cancelled. Oh. Again, another ridiculous thing to say to somebody. Put yourself in that person's shoes. How would you feel if somebody said that to you? Yes, all of that planning, whether it was a week's worth of planning or 2 years worth of planning, it's still a lot to be doing, and it would be very disheartening to not have the day of your dreams on the date that you'd planned for. Don't say things like that. They're really not helpful. Number 3, at least you're saving money. If they wanted to have a wedding and spend all of their money, that is entirely up to the person having the wedding. It's not your money, so don't make comments on other people's finances. That comment actually made me laugh a little bit, but not in a ha-ha kind of way, just a, why are you bothered? Why are you penny pinching and watching other people's pockets? If they have saved for their wedding, or even if they're like splurging, taking out a loan, whatever, it is up to the couples and it's their personal choice. Whatever anybody wants to do with their finances is entirely up to them. Mind your business. Number 4, why don't you just have a small civil ceremony and start your lives? I mean, we're waiting for you to have children. So many things, so many things to say about this comment. If the couple in question wanted to only have a small civil ceremony, they would have done that. If they wanted to choose to have a big wedding, that is entirely up to them and none of your business. If you were lucky enough to be invited, then keep quiet. And also, questioning other people's fertility choices. It's so un-PC, and I do understand that this was a thing that would happen back in the day, different generations, but you do not understand or know what's going on in anyone's fertility journey. You don't even know if they want children. So to even throw that in there doesn't make any sense. How about you just offer some supportive words or ask them how they are? That's it. Just, how are you? How are you coping? How can I help? Those are some great things to say. Definitely don't say that last one. Number 5, it's been X amount of days, weeks, months, hours, minutes. Why don't you just get over it already? Are you still upset about that? Yes, they're still upset, and they have a right to be. Nobody could have foreseen what's happening right now. So if it takes 2 years, 1 month, 6 months, however long for somebody to get past this emotionally, then that's up to them. You can't make judgments on how long it's going to take anybody to get over something that would be quite traumatic, quite frankly. So therefore, don't tell people when to move on. Nobody would tell you to move on. Well, people shouldn't tell you when to move on. If you've experienced something traumatic, such as grief or the loss of a relationship, or even if you lost money, when people tell you, oh, just get over it, everybody deals with things differently. So please try to give people grace. Number 6. When's your new date? If they haven't told you a date yet, and when they cancelled, postponed, whatever, if the couple hasn't let you know another date, stop asking. It's probably very stressful for them right now. I'm sure they are going back and forth with their planner if they have one, or their venue, and all of their suppliers. Remember, this is not just about the venue, but all of the suppliers that they have hired have to be available for their next date if they've already paid deposits. So think about the logistics in all of that. And please stop asking when their new date is. Who knows if you're going to be invited, because a lot of people are cutting down the scale of their weddings. So let's not be presumptuous and just wait until we're told. Okay? And finally, number 7. This one's a doozy. So am I invited now? You didn't invite me the first time round, so now that you're doing it again, you can invite me. Or any variation of that. If you weren't invited the first time, it is woefully unhelpful to then start asking them if they're going to invite you this time around. As I said in the previous point, people are making their weddings a lot smaller now in light of the coronavirus. So half of the people they even wanted there may not be there. So do not be so rude as to assume that you might be invited the next time round, or to try and emotionally blackmail or trick someone into inviting you and making an uncomfortable situation. Because even if they did invite you under duress, do you really think your friendship, relationship, anything ship would survive past that moment? I know I wouldn't want to speak to somebody further who had done that to me. So yeah, I know we've probably laughed at some of these questions and thought that they are ludicrous, but these are things that actual people have said to couples who are trying to postpone weddings. So perhaps next time you are speaking to a family member or friend or loved one, colleague who has had to postpone their wedding, birthday, christening, anything, please, 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 please be kind. Put yourself in their shoes. And even if you can't do that, maybe just don't say anything at all. Anyway, I will see you in my next video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you like this video, then click like and share with anybody else you think may enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section if you've heard of any outlandish things that people have said, or if anybody has said something crazy to you. Let's have a conversation about it in the comments, and I will catch you next time. Bye.